Bonjour à tous. Hello.
Bonjour.
Mettez-nous un
Hello,
petit
hello.
un petit, commentaire si vous êtes avec nous en live.
En ce vendredi, avant le début des vacances pour certains.
Avant le début des vacances, du long week-end.
Yeah.
On va attendre quelques instants que les gens nous rejoignent.
Tu es sûr? Ouais, c'est bon.
Est-ce qu'on est bien en live,
Ouais,
Mathieu?
je check et c'est bon. Pour l'instant, il y a 0. Ah si, 4. Pardon, 4 personnes.
Ça arrive, OK. Nous ne sommes pas seuls. Et ce live sera reposté sur notre chaîne, YouTube Coda tout simplement, donc pas d'inquiétude pour les, vacanciers.
C'est ça.
Alors quelques mots d'introduction avant de commencer. Alors, aujourd'hui, on est en compagnie de Martino, Product Manager chez Musixmatch et donc Musixmatch, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est le plus grand catalogue de paroles, au monde et en fait, l'entreprise vous permet d'accéder aux paroles sur Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram et qu'est-ce qu'on va voir aujourd'hui? Eh bien que, Musixmatch gère son activité sur Coda. Donc Musixmatch va nous parler de comment ils utilisent Coda. Non, Martino va nous parler de comment ils utilisent Coda chez Musixmatch au sein de leur process. Je vais y arriver. On va parler d'OKR, Objectives, Key Results. Vous savez comment on peut aligner les équipes sur des objectifs et des résultats communs et ça, Coda, il est très bon là-dedans. Et ensuite, Martino va aussi nous montrer comment, ils utilisent Coda à travers un pack qu'ils ont construit maison, donc des intégrations qu'ils ont construit, maison entre Coda, N8N et leur catalogue aussi de musique et de paroles, qui contient, je sais pas, des
Sympa.
millions peut-être de titres et de paroles. Et donc ce live aujourd'hui, il va être en anglais. Désolée, mais voilà, sur
Et
YouTube,
pour
on
la
essaiera de
rediff,
mettre
oui,
ouais,
voilà.
sur YouTube, on essaiera de mettre des sous-titres, heu
Mmh.
et voilà, parce que Martino nous vient d'Italie, de Bologne, là où il y a le siège de, Musixmatch et donc n'hésitez pas à poser vos questions en anglais ou en français, on les traduira si besoin et puis voilà, mettez-nous un petit commentaire dans le chat si vous êtes là, et puis c'est parti, on va commencer. Je vais laisser Martino, heu, présenter,
My
heu,
turn.
présenter son écran et nous dire un peu plus sur la compagnie. Yeah, it's your turn. Like, maybe you can
Okay.
tell us more about you and your company, your job.
Yeah, I like understood. I think you did it great. So I will. So I prepared something for you. I will share my screen. It will be like a short and sweet presentation. All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. So as Elise was telling before, I'm Martino. I'm an Italian product manager. I have been working for Musixmatch for 14 years. And I have a background in tech. So I did front end for the first 8 years in Musixmatch, and then I moved into the product. But what's Musixmatch? So Musixmatch is an Italian company established in 2010. The headquarters is in Bologna, Italy, in the north. We are about 150 people, and we leading in the music metadata company and lyrics especially. We own the vast variety of the catalog, managing the content from the major publisher, and we distribute the content to big customers such as Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Google, and Meta. So, like in numbers, in Musixmatch, we handle more than 20 million lyrics in more than 250 languages, and we distribute this content in very different platforms. So it's very likely that you already stumble upon our data. Okay. if you use Instagram or Spotify. Unfortunately, it's not yet available in Deezer. We'll see. But so what I've prepared for you today about Coda is how in Musixmatch we manage the company using Coda, because we use Coda for all the things, from managing the people to managing client requests, projects, documentation, everything. So specifically today, I wanted to talk you about how we track OKRs using Coda, how we do the rituals of the OKR using Coda, where all the people collaborate together. And then we move in a more interactive part where I wanted to show you how we leverage the Coda Packs to simplify internal processes, specifically how you can connect your company database using Coda and how you can control automations using Coda. And in the end, of course, I will be happy to answer all your questions. So starting with the first part, I wanted to talk about the OKR, but I don't know if you know about what are the OKRs. So OKR is a goal setting framework that helps organization define clear, measurable objective and track progress through specific key result. So objective key result. We do this process every 6 months. And this is the solution where when the leadership wanted to reach a big goal, okay, so then we create sub goals from the main goal. And so from the product objective, we then generate different squad objective. And to measure if we reach the objectives, we have different key results, so metrics, to know if you are going into the right direction. So using Coda, we start with the leadership that defines the 3 main pillars that could be increase the number of users, increase the retention, expand a business or generate new business, okay? These are like very generic, but I mean direction. And then all the squads with the team leader, they generate a connected objective to the main one. So each teams have a related objective, okay? And this is like visible to anyone. Then after that, on Coda, we create the teams, okay? We work with squads, so it's a cross-functional team where you have product manager, designer, front-end, back-end, and AI, and other roles. And this is still like visible to anyone. So, you know, like for the next 6 months, how the people are grouped. Then the leader of the team decide which is the top of mind key result, meaning that the team will follow mainly one metric for the following 6 months. And we do a monthly report about how the team is pursuing this goal. So every squads have a Coda page that is called hub. So a Coda hub for each squad where is visible the evolution of the project. So how we like interact with the team, so how the team can propose the projects to reach the objective and to reach the key result. So we involve everyone in a workshop that is handled on Coda, that is formed on 3 steps: brainstorming part, investing part, and then the final results. So the brainstorm part is on a Coda. So we meet on a day, and using altogether one page, people can use Coda to add an idea based on a key result. Okay, so in order to reach this goal, I think that we should do this and that. Okay, so using Coda, you can select the objective, and the key result, add your project idea, add a quick description. Okay, so this is the first part, the brainstorming, that it last around 5 to 10 minutes. Then the second step is the investment step. So every participant gets $100 to invest in all the ideas. This is quite fun activity. So you can see we put the buttons, because you can decide whether you want to invest in 2 ideas, $50 each, or in 100 ideas, $1 each. So this is you need to be conscious of how you want to spend your money. And this is the way to identify which are the best ideas, right? Because of course, after the brainstorming, we gather a lot of ideas. So then, starting from the top voted ideas, so the ideas with the most money, we then, still in Coda, try to evaluate ideas based on priority, impact, and size. And this is still on Coda, using the slider. Why we do that? Because involving 90 people in brainstorming, it generates 600 projects, and of course we cannot do all of them. So we need to identify which one are the best ideas to reach our goals. And so after this evaluation, from 600 ideas, we could decrease from all the group to only 14% of them. Okay, and after that, you have, still on Coda, a very clear direction for the next 6 months. So each squad, you will see the best voted project, so the project with most investment and best evaluation. Okay, and then you can anyway understand that this idea is related to the squad objective, squad key result, and the main company objective. So it's really clear that this project needs to reach a specific goal. And then you have also visible the DRI, that is the person that will be responsible to give the updates about the project. And then you can see all the investors, just to create an environment that is very clear for everyone, so is visible to everyone, and everyone knows that, okay, we need to put some effort on it because of all the things. So this is how we leverage Coda, okay, in Musixmatch, to handle the company and specifically the OKRs. Okay.
Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. How did you have the idea of investing money like this kind of?
So it wasn't like that at the beginning. It was with thumbs up and thumbs up. Yeah, just the thumbs up. And we asked to only select 5 ideas, so 5 thumbs up. But that process wasn't too. We couldn't really understand how the people wanted to put the attention on the idea. So then we look for alternatives, and we found this methodology on Coda. Then I don't honestly remember who and when and where, but we found the pattern, on Coda you have template. Okay, so we found the template, and we replicate this template into our process that was already there, because we are doing this process. Well, it's almost, this year is the 4 years. Okay, 4 years. So and we try to improve anyway the process, because anyway, after the OKR workshop, we then deliver a type form, so a form where a survey where we can ask people, okay, how we could improve for the next cycle.
Yeah, very
Okay.
interesting, the process. Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
And I'm curious, like Mathieu, do you have in your company where you're working, like Mathieu, est-ce que tu fonctionnes aussi de cette manière-là? Are you working like that in your company?
Non, pas tout à fait.
With
Mais,
OKR?
the money principe is I really like pour push les idées, c'est pas mal.
Yeah, the money, prioritization is great.
Ouais.
Yeah.
I really like.
You
Yeah,
have
it's
to talk about it in your company, Mathieu.
Yeah, it's in a way to anyway let the people understand that they have the power, but they must be cautious about, okay, you have this amount, but really, what do you want to put the money on? So it's not just a like, Instagram like, but it's really like, okay, I really want to buy this. So yeah, it's a way to empower people in the end.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much for sharing
Thank
this.
you.
You're welcome.
Yet it gives us like ideas about how to use Coda, but also how to organize the
Exactly.
like the
Absolutely.
project.
That's why
Like,
I've decided this, because I believe that Coda has the powers to really improve internal, like companies, process, rituals.
yeah.
So it's not just like a document app. Is much more. All right. Well, anyway, if you have other questions, we can go back to the topic. Then the second part of my presentation, we will touch a couple of things related to the Coda Packs. The first one is how to connect database using Coda. And with that, I mean that we found a way to connect our APIs into the Coda document, specifically into the Coda table, thanks to the Coda Pack. And we use Coda, as I said, we have been using Coda for 3 years, but in the past year, we added this, and it was really a game changer solution for us. So the Coda Pack is just like a code where we put our APIs, okay, endpoints, and we map the result to be used in a Coda table. So this is the endpoint with all the authentication, and this is the part where you can tell Coda, okay, this is a value that can go under this column. So I wanted to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so I prepared a empty document, and for you, a list of the top 50 tracks, most played tracks in France, using the Spotify tech. Then internally in the company, you can look for Musixmatch. Okay, and we have this pack available. It's only available internally. We don't want to release the pack for like global. Okay, and so this is anyway something that you can suggest to your client if you help a business. So this is a possibility. So you can have a pack that is only available internally in your environment. All right, so this is already installed. So I can type for track, and here it appears my Musixmatch domino track column. Okay, so this column will fetch the data based on the song ID. So I can put a random ID, okay?
Mhm.
And instantly you will have the data related to the track with the specific ID. This is our internal ID, named common track ID, but this can be triggered also with other IDs such as the Spotify ID. So I can then take the Spotify data and pass the Spotify ID to all the column or to all the rows, and then the pack will sync with our database, and then in seconds it will load the information from our catalog, not only the track but all the related data. It takes short.
Like just before, like it was interesting. Like it was not a formula before. Like you just wrote inside
Yeah,
the
I just
inside
pass the ID.
inside you write the ID, and then the pack triggers, and it
Yeah,
returns
exactly.
the object. I didn't. Did you see, Mathieu? T'as déjà vu ça?
Ouais.
Have you-
Yeah,
I didn't know
phone
that you
number.
can use packs like that.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Pike for phone number is work idem.
Phone number, it works like that. Okay.
the point
Ouais,
is it's the
par exemple.
same, because if you open a column that is like whatever text, then here I can anyway recall and find my
Yeah.
function that
Mm.
is inside
Ouais.
the column. So it's the same thing.
Mm.
Okay. So we created the function and then we created the column that is based on the same function. Okay. So you
Yeah.
can decide if you wanted to call your function like wherever you want, or you can use the preset column.
Mm.
All right. So
Okay.
this is, you can see our track, Musixmatch track, of course, is the same, but it has like other data. So our data, okay, we know if we have a sync, we have the reach sync, subtitle, track structure, everything. So I also wanted to show that we can add the lyrics directly. In this case, you cannot fetch from the Spotify ID, but from our ID. So I need to recall my previous column, then put our
Mm.
internal ID that is called common track ID. And in the same way, we can then refetch all the data from our catalog. I don't know why it's quite slow at the moment, but anyway, while the lyrics are loading, I can show you that we didn't fetch like the title of the track, but we also have all these informations.
Mm.
So I have, for instance, lens main mood, which is in the end. Oh, I need to wait. This
Lens
column to be loaded.
main. What is
Lens in,
lens?
yeah,
Eh,
it's an internal name for meaning like analysis, AI analysis based on the lyrics.
mm.
So okay,
So,
now
mm,
you see we have
okay.
all the lyrics loaded,
Ouais.
and
Yeah.
since now the pack is like because before was stuck loading this, so this information were already available, but you had to wait this one to be loaded first. So I have many other related informations, okay, and similar we have here. So I can, for instance, see the language of the lyrics, and this is like the
Mm,
full lyrics. Uh, I can
mm,
tell to
Ouais,
just
c'est easy.
show 3 lines. So,
mm.
okay, in
And
this
we
way,
can say, just sorry, just to
yeah,
give the context, like we can say that this pack like is between Coda and your database, like because you
exactly.
have like all the lyrics and all the data in the database, and like how many data do you have? Like millions? No?
Yeah, as I said, the 12 million
Ah,
lyrics at the moment. Yeah,
yeah.
and you can here do the match with Spotify or internal ID or a global ID that is called ISRC. that is the recording ID, because since we have different clients, they used to have their like own ID methodology. So our catalog, our APIs are able to understand the track from a different inputs. So in these cases, we could match how many tracks from Spotify we have in the catalog. Okay, so this is done. I could get all the lyrics.
Yeah.
I could know like all the language of the lyrics and the song mood. Okay, so what you can do next is to generate a report or a dashboard, so you can create charts out of your new like data, so you can see like the distribution of the language of the lyrics. Okay, or you can create a word cloud based on the song mood.
And is it something that your clients are asking, that you build
Well,
reports? And
this is a very simple thing, honestly, but our clients used to ask how many tracks we have out of a list of 1,000. How many how many tracks we can have, and also how many lyrics, in which quality, in which language, if we have additional metadata such as translation.
but this means that you have to get the data of all the tracks, like
No, they used to provide us a list.
so it's
So
a small list.
yeah, usually they have like 15,000 tracks or less. So it really depends, because consider that
15,000.
if you, I mean, they just wanted to be sure that for a specific event, okay, like for instance in Spain there is a festivity, they created a playlist and they wanted to be sure that they have like the content, like good quality, and we also have all the content for those tracks. So they gave us the list. We do the analysis first, and then if we identify that some tracks needed to be reworked, we can then do the extraction and proceed with the improvement of a subset of the
Yeah,
tracks.
because you cannot, like inside Coda, you cannot do like big analysis, like in like millions of
Yeah, that's
data.
correct. And yeah, that's correct. At the moment, we are able to handle 1,000 records using this pack. We are working to unlock this limitation, moving into 10,000 at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, if we need to work on more data, we then move to an A10, where is the place where we can like handle more records per time. Anyway, we used to generate records using Coda.
Okay, very interesting.
All right, yeah. So this is back to my presentation. So with the Coda Pack, we enable people to be faster in their like daily task. Okay, and we reached a really big amount of actions requests per day, around 80,000. Consider that we have like custom requests every day, like what I showed before, but we also have lists that auto update every week or every day, and in which the pack is keep loading data. For instance, if we wanted to monitor if a certain amount of tracks change over the year, we can, over the time, we can generate this table and like update every day the data to see whether the data are changing or not. So to wrap up this part, we moved like daily task in minutes. Okay, so we can get instantly, we can know like the match rate of a specific part of the track. We can get information, title, artist, release date, and also lyrics information. And after that, it's possible to generate a report with the data loaded. Consider that before, the people were using like our internal tools, but you have to fetch like all the tracks manually and one by one. So this is how we improve the speed. Then the third and last part of the presentation is about controlling automations using Coda. We did the implementation, self-hosted implementation of NA10, which is a very well-known platform for automations, and is really powerful. But we wanted to control NA10 using Coda to simplify things and to having everything under control. So I wanted to show you how we can trigger workflow from Coda, how we can automate workflows using Coda buttons, and how we monitor the usage of NA10 with the Coda dashboard. All right, so the first part is how we can call a workflow from Coda. Okay, so I'm going to show you step by step how to do that. Okay, I have this table, okay, and I want to put here the popularity of the tracks that are here from the Spotify ID. Okay, so the first things that I have to do is to put the trigger. So this is when executed by another workflow, and accept all data. The why is because we created a master workflow, webhook that is called from Coda, and it will redirect my trigger to this workflow. I know it can be no sense, but I'm going to show you how. Okay, so this is like the ID of my workflow.
Okay.
I can copy the ID, go back to my Coda Doc, and still in our pack, we created a button that is Run Workflow. Okay, so this is a preset button, and you have just to put the ID of your workflow. Then let me like put empty data here, and this is how I can call my workflow. I need to save, otherwise it won't go. And by pressing this button, I can see one external action performed. And here, with the executions, I see that this is like the execution that I called. Okay.
Why did you decide to do that? Like,
Yeah.
what was the trigger of this?
Yeah, because consider like we created tools, so we have tables where our employees can put like the ID, and they can generate a lyrics transcription, or different use cases, or if they want to change the language of the lyrics, they can put the ID of the track, the new language destination, okay, and then press the button. So in this case, this is a global button, right? So it's a button that is in a page. So I have to like build my workflow completely, let's say. So I need to put like the node to get all rows. Then I have to put my credential. Then I need to tell which is the table that I wanted to load, and this is my table, right? So what I can do next is to call the Spotify node using the get a track module. I can drag the Spotify ID, execute again, and I can fetch all the information that I need from Spotify. Then, if you wanted to store back the data on Coda, you have to put the edit set module that it basically map what you want to store back in your Coda. And you have to remind the name of your Coda column. So the one was popularity. Let me take the popularity. That should be here, popularity. Then if you wanted to update existing rows, you have to put the ID, okay, of your row. So I have like Spotify ID, and I can put the ID. All right. So this will like update all the rows with this data popularity and all the other data if you want. Then Coda unfortunately is quite tricky because if you wanted to update a row, you have to still use the create row module.
Yeah.
I know it's not so clear, but Musixmatch. Okay, sorry, not my credential. Okay. Then reselect again my table. And if you wanted to update existing rows, I have to select key columns, yes, and put the name of the column to do the match. All right. So I can save. It should be fine. Now, okay, this is my workflow. I can execute it from here, okay, of course, but what I wanted to show you is that you can press the button here, let the workflow to be executed, and after a while you will see the data populated here. Now, let me see, because sometimes I have to like it's because sometimes it falls under cache. Yes, so it worked. These are all the informations loaded. Yeah.
I didn't know the edit field node inside N8N, like, because I don't use a lot N8N, but so you don't need to do that, like the mapping inside create row node.
Yeah, every time you wanted to update a row, you have to prepare the data before the Coda node. And this is true for the create row, but so there is anyway the update view row. This is, I mean, to me, a bit more complicated, but you see that there is the key name. I mean, yeah, there is another possibility.
And are you using it, Mathieu?
Yes, create row, I use it.
Edit field.
Edit field, yes.
Okay.
For merge et build light object. Enfin,
yeah, okay.
ça permet d'écrémer, en gros. T'as pas besoin de no need all property. Just merge.
Yeah, you can add here all the
manual
you create your custom object.
Yeah, but yeah, interesting, because in make you don't have this. When I use make.com, you don't have
no,
this.
you have to map
node.
all the things.
Yeah, you have to map. But so I have never, tried this node in N8N, because, but yeah.
It took us a while to understand how to interact with Coda, honestly. But in the end, we found a way.
Oh, great.
So I wanted to also show you that there is a possibility, of course, to add the button directly into your Coda table. So you can add the same button here, and here you can do the configuration that is more. So I can put again my ID of the workflow again. Then you can add it is called Coda raw ID, but in the end you can put everything that you want. So this is because we were like doing tests, and you can also add data. It is quite I mean raw, but if you add here data in a way that is, because consider that this is a webhook call, so you have to put the data in a way that is let's say handled by a webhook. So you can add like the exactly that the
Query
data
par.
in this query parameter, yes, like
Okay.
test, all right, equal plus popularity. Okay. So in this way I can pass every data that I want, fetching from the my rows, sorry, columns. So let me just disconnect this, otherwise it's going to be a mess. And yeah, I think that, okay, we can take this one. Okay, now it's popularity 83, and see if we have, yeah, the trigger is here, and here you have like, yeah, test 83, then table ID I didn't pass, and the Coda raw ID, which was my Spotify ID, the ID of the workflow. So this is how you can like go more deep in your automations. All right, so I know this is quite technical.
No, it's really, yeah, it's interesting how
yeah.
you.
And yeah, another thing that I wanted to show is that with the license that we have of NA10, we can only have 10 active workflows. Okay, so that's why we deliver all the calls through a main webhook, and we redirect the call to the sub workflow. But it's also true that if you wanted to automate workflow in NA10 on a specific date or time, you have to activate your workflow. But we identify another solution, okay, that is thanks to the code automation. All right, so this is my previous button to call my automation. All right, so you can easily open Coda in the setting, find automations, okay, and then add a rule that is when time-based, so similar to what you have on NA10, and then your action is to push button, and in this case you can how this button is called, let me see, it is button 5. So I can select button 5 and tell that I wanted to press this button every hour, never ends. So anyway, I can test the rule, and you see that we get our trigger here. Okay, so you can then enable this automation, and instead of having your trigger in NA10 that, let me show you, is like this. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a way to handle this trigger. Instead of using NA10, you can directly use Coda.
So to resume, you have like a trigger, yeah, like that every
Exactly.
hour
Exactly.
inside Coda, and then it triggers NA10 workflow, but it doesn't count inside like the 10 workflows limit.
Yes, because instead of using this node, we still use the previous node, like the.
And this one doesn't count
No, because
inside the
this
limit.
is not active.
But even if it's not active, it works. Like
Yes, because we have. Let me show you.
yeah, because inside make.com again, like if it's off, like the workflow like doesn't
Yeah.
doesn't work at
So
all.
we identify this solution. We have a list of active workflows
Ah,
that redirect, because here you pass the ID of the workflow that you want to call, and then you call the sub workflow. So
and the sub
by
workflow
passing
can be
by
off, inactive.
exactly. So by passing here the ID of the workflow that you want to call, you can have this list of active workflows and then have like plenty of workflows in the back.
And you can have multiple triggers inside the same workflow,
Yes.
like okay.
Yeah, those are different endpoints. So this is like just the slash domino. This is like domino and minus post.
Mais Mathieu, du coup, pourquoi tous les gens mettent pas leur les workflows tous au même endroit?
Bah après, c'est leur structure. Ils ont le pack, ils l'appellent un seul point d'entrée. Enfin, ils ont quand même le pack qui fait l'intermédiaire entre N8N et Coda. Mais c'est
Mais je
très
veux dire,
bien.
c'est marrant d'avoir it's funny to have all the triggers in the same,
Yeah.
folder, like in the same space.
So
Like, yeah.
of course, because of the implementation, if you wanted to add a generic button that can call all the workflows, you have to put the ID here. So we have one single webhook active. We receive all the calls there. We take this as an input, and then we call the sub workflow for you. So you have to just remind to put your ID here,
Yeah.
and then you will have your triggers magically activated.
Oh, it's a great, yeah, because N8N can be expensive, no, if you have lots of
Yeah.
workflows and you use it as a SaaS.
Yeah, honestly, that's true. The point is, in this way, we have everything under one single behavior. So you can manage your like time, automatic time execution using code automation. You have one single button to call plenty of workflows. So it's more convenient for us in terms of communication. Consider that our employees are not like super technical. So it's a workaround that works for us.
And are you alone to like, no, I think you're not alone to build these these
My
packs
team, yeah,
and these
we are a few,
integrations?
but yeah, no, my team help, of course, especially for the N8N part where is very technical. But for the pack, we have 4 developers,
Okay, yeah.
including me, of course. And anyway, it's really, you can use vibe coding anyway to make updates in the pack.
Yes, Mathieu, you want to say something?
Ouais, le vibe coding, c'est le mot à la mode.
Yeah, vibe coding is trend
Ouais,
word.
is the trend.
Yeah, I know. But the point is the pack is really simple in reality. So you don't need to have super strong knowledge. It's just it's I don't know why there is a no
Wait,
there is a
load.
yeah there is an issue. You have to force the the refresh, but yeah, it's like few hundred lines. It's yeah.
Yeah.
So it is not a lot, Mathieu, compared to.
Non. Et j'utilise pas cette interface-là. I know use this interface. I build in cursor or VS Code in local.
Yeah, we
This pack you can build in.
we are moving the code into GitHub. At the moment, we still use the web page, but the things are getting more complicated. So yeah.
So you can have the code inside GitHub and then connect it to
Ouais.
Coda.
Et, ouais, tu peux, comment dire, bien ranger dans tous les fichiers, quoi.
Yeah, have different folders to
Ouais,
store
différents
the code.
folders. Et comme
And
ça, tu casses bien le code et ça t'évite d'avoir un very long file.
yeah, so it's easier to maintain. Yeah, and yeah, if
Ouais,
you have
for a long time, it's better.
lots of features.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, I have just one last thing that is about how we monitor NA10, the usage through Coda. So this has been quite complicated. We download all the data from NA10 every day. We download the data into Xano because the database is like much more
Powerful.
is better. Yeah, is better for such a big amount of data. But then we also create on Coda every day the number of rows to the merged data, let's say. So we know every day the amount of activities for each workflow and for each project. So I'm going to show you the page. So we have like the list of the projects that are available in NA10, the last day executions, the total amount of executions, the date where the data were updated, the total number of workflows that are on NA10, and this is like the time where we have the data from. And this is the list of all the executions per project, okay, and per workflow. And here there is the monitoring of the errors. So you can have like the pulse of how the things are going. So you can see if a specific workflow errors are increasing. So we can then monitor for our teams. This is the distribution of the workflow per project, and this is the number of users. And I'm very happy to say that in the past months, we have been able to involve many people in NA10.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's almost half of the people now are using NA10. And anyway, the point
Like you
was
mean they build on NA10 or they use
they have
Pack?
the account, meaning that many people can just see workflows and just make few changes, okay, or just run the workflows manually, okay. We have not so much people like actively adding workflow, but anyway, consider that we group it in different teams, so they internally are handling their automation. So this is the list of like main teams that we have. So yeah, it's anyway a good signal that with the help of Coda and NA10, we're trying to like improve all the internal processes. So yeah, this is how we store all the data here. So every day we download the data and then we have the aggregated version with all the
So how,
execution
like,
flow.
the data is inside Xano, and then you have the
Yeah.
aggregated here. And how do you
Yes.
transform like the data in Xano inside Coda?
Because in Xano we created the APIs. So we download, as you can see here, like to around 2,000 execution per day. Okay, but then we only have one row every day for each workflow that generates at least one execution. So then you have the data of all the executions per project and per workflow and all the errors. So we decrease the number of data from 1,000 to few dozen data.
And so you have an A10 workflow that
Yes.
take
Yes.
the data
Absolutely.
of Xano and then compute and add the rows
Yeah.
inside Coda. Okay.
It's here somewhere. So we execute everything, then we post on Xano all the data. Yeah.
No, yeah, interesting. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
the reporting part is not easy because we have lots of data and then we have to aggregate everything inside a tool that you can clearly see what's going on. So yeah. And now we have software that you can connect inside Coda. Like, have you seen that? And do you think that it could be
yeah.
interesting to have like a portal
Okay.
or not?
So honestly, instead of using software, we are more moving into Replit plus NA10.
Repeat?
Replit, yeah. It's like lovable. So we create directly projects. New projects directly there. If we need support, we can connect some backend using an A10. And anyway, we still use Coda to save something to just monitoring how the people are interacting with different projects. So we tried software, but then we move directly into Replit.
So you will move inside Replit, but you will have Replit and Coda.
Then it depends still about the amount of data that you need to handle. So is below 20,000, we use Coda. If it's more, we see whether to directly connect to our database, like the legacy one, or use different solution such as Xano or anyway, Replit has its own Postgres database solution. So it really depends on the use case.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Interesting. And I'm gonna remove the screen. You did.
Yeah, no, again, if you want, I can still show
No, it's
something.
okay. But we don't have lots of questions. Xavier et Laetitia, vous êtes
Ils sont toujours là, je pense.
vous êtes calmes. But maybe you can tell us more about the AI part and how you handle it. Like, do you have already use cases using AI and Coda or not yet?
Well, we for Coda we use a lot the Coda AI, honestly, because we did some checks using Coda AI. We fetch different data from different sources into one single Coda table, and then we use a specific AI Coda column to do sort of analysis. Okay. Or we did even sort of summarization using Coda. I followed up a specific projects where we fetch informations about one client from different sources, Salesforce, our database, also Google. We put everything into the client row, okay, and we use a Coda AI to summarize the clients, to have a client's overview, okay, based on different inputs. And then, like in the very recently, we are trying to improve automations in an A10 using agents.
Okay.
The point is using agents sometimes is not the best way to go because it's hard to limit the agents in the output. It is hard to have like a fixed output. But we were having anyway some workflows that are now
Sometimes we think that agents, they're gonna solve all the
exactly.
all the problems, but then we see that the output is not.
Yeah, the reality is different anyway. For sure, they have like a very good powers, but you have to calibrate a bit the agent on your use case.
And Matthew, have you tried? Yeah, you have tried agents with N8N.
Yeah.
And with
Un
Coda?
peu. Ouais,
And
oui, Coda, ouais. Coda N8N. Après, non, franchement, c'est.
And are you
Comme il dit, il
happy
faut
with it?
bien. Oui, ouais, médium, moyen. Médium.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends.
Ouais, ça dépend. Il faut vraiment très très bien le cadrer.
So yeah, you have the same feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, looking forward to see what's next with Coda and AI, because they talk about Coda Brain a lot.
Yeah.
But
We'll
yeah,
see.
we'll see what's next. Yeah. If we don't have other questions, then I think we're good. Thank you very much for all
Me too.
the
Yeah,
feedback.
very thank you.
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was
It's a
very,
pleasure.
very insightful and interesting to see how you use Coda and A10, all the workflows inside like such a big team. Like, because usually I work with like teams, they are 20, 30, 40, but yeah, when you have lots of people, then you need to aggregate, to optimize, and to find solutions to organize
Absolutely.
everything. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, have a
Yeah,
great.
see you next time, hopefully in the next no code event.
Yeah, yeah, Martino was in the No Code Week this year, so yeah, if some people go to the next No Code Week, then we will see each other. We'll see each other.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, Elise.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew. See you.
Thank you.
See you.